A major airline filed for bankruptcy, canceled all flights, and left thousands of passengers and employees stranded. ATA is now out of the business for the second time in just over 3 years. So what's up for travelers? Aviation attorney William Moylan joins us to give us some insight on the airline business. There were no warning signs for customers, for employees. How can something like this happen?
Well, part of it is they lost a big contract for military transportation. That's what their excuse is, and also the FAA is now cracking down on its maintenance requirements for these airlines, and that may be the real reason that they have run into bankruptcy, because now they have to do additional maintenance on these planes, and that hits the bottom line.
So the Federal Aviation Commission, you think right now, is cracking down so much that some of these planes are not up to code?
Right, they are definitely cracking down now, and they hadn't been. They'd been very lax in their oversight of that in the past, and that's why a lot of these airlines are having to shut down planes.
Yeah, what's really scary is this is the second time in as many weeks that an airline has had to shut down. We had Aloha Air that shut down just last week. So what is the future for airlines right now? It seems kind of bleak.
Right. Well, I think there may be some more bankruptcies coming up. Some of the airlines that are very marginal, they might be running into big trouble. It'll probably be only the strong survive. The strong, profitable airlines will survive.
So when you say other airlines, tell me some.
Well, I don't know. I'd rather not mention any names, but some of the smaller airlines that, where the profit margin is very close.
So we're not talking about the majors. We're not talking about United,
probably
American,
not. Probably not.
Delta,
no. The stronger airlines probably not
are
in trouble.
They're not as looking as bad. So what can we do? What can the consumer do?
Well, you could investigate travel insurance. You're talking about if you're planning on flying?
Yeah, it's kind of scary right now. If you plan on flying, you don't know if your airline's going to go bankrupt.
Right.
You're going to go to the airport.
And investigate the airline that you plan on using. Talk to your travel agent. See if the airline has had major executives who have quit within a recent time period. See what their bottom line looks like.
How can you find out something like that?
You could probably find out on the internet. Most of these airlines are publicly traded companies, so you should have ready access to this information.
A lot of people who bought the ATA tickets were told you're not going to get your money back, and I even question whether people who paid with a credit card, unless the credit card company decides to go ahead and dispute the charges. But obviously they're not going to be able to get their money back. So what can they do?
They're probably going to be out of luck. If you pay cash or with a check, you can file a claim with the bankruptcy court, but you probably will get a small amount back, if anything. Talk to your credit card company if you use a credit card company to cancel the charge. Some passengers may be able to get relief through Southwest Airlines, because ATA did have an arrangement with them.
Ever since the FAA did crack down, we got some reports that they were finding some cracks in the fuselage, which we thought was a little alarming. So how safe is it for us to even fly right now when you hear reports like this?
Well, I think actually right now it may be safer than it was before, because the airlines have grounded a lot of the planes that were questionable on their safety. So I think right now it's probably safer than it was in the past.
And you recommend that everybody get the insurance, which I always opt not to get, because I'm like, why do I need insurance? I'm going to be flying.
Yeah,
so
now would be a good time to get it. That's what insurance is for, is to protect you against problems like this.
Okay,
so I would recommend it.
Well, Bill, we do appreciate you coming in and joining us this morning.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Mike.